Hi guys, welcome to SDET World. This is part 2 of Eclipse Java code debugging. In this video, we will analyze Java stack trace and thread, and we will do one practice also. If you want to check the part 1, you can check in the playlist. Thank you. Let's start. I already have a sample program ready. In this program, we have kept students and their marks in a map, and according to the marks for a student we have to draw a conclusion and print it. For example, Ankit has got marks between 50 to 59 percentage. This should be the output. Accordingly, it should be for John, Pratik, Disha, and Michael. Now let's run the code. Right click, run as Java application. See, there are multiple exceptions which we have to fix in this exercise and understand few more concepts about Java debugging. Now let's understand the issue. Okay, so you can see it is the stack trace printed. Okay, so Ankit got marks between 50 to 59%. It is executed. Looks like conclusion is fine, but here we have seen lot of error. So this is the stack trace. Stack trace is always printed in reverse order. So you can see the expected value more than 100%. This is the exception. Expected value is come. Okay. Now understand where it is. You can click on this and program. You will be located at the point where the actually error arised. Now this is the, if you see, this is the point from where this get conclusion method is being called under the draw conclusion. Under the draw conclusion, get conclusion method is called, and under print conclusion, draw conclusion is called. Okay, so you can click here, you can be located here, and under test class dot main function, print conclusion is being called. You can see here. Okay, so actually the error is starting somewhere from here. So this is the first point. It should be for our breakpoint. So let's analyze this method on overall basis. Okay, so we have set up one breakpoint by double clicking on it. Okay, and now let's re-execute the code in debug mode. Right click and run as debug mode. Okay, and wait until the execution stops at breakpoint. So see here, execution is stopped. Now first understand what is present in the map. Students and marks. You can see Ankit equal to 50, Michael equal to 105, Disha equal to null, John equal to 77, and Pratik is equal to 33. So map is print. Map is here. Now do F6 to execute this line. Okay. So we have created one entry object. Okay. So let's understand what is inside the entry. Ankit equal to 50. So F6 and F6. So you see here, see name equal to Ankit is coming, marks equal to 50 is coming. Now understand whether this demo functions dot draw conclusion works or not. So let's select it. Alt Shift left key. Okay, it is selected. Control Shift I. See, it is returning. It is returning Ankit has got marks between 50 to 59% means it is all fine. This function is working fine for this input. So let's not go inside it, just run it F6. And in the conclusion, you can see the same value is coming, and here also the same value is coming. Okay, and F6. Now, for first input, for first entry, the value is printed fine. Now, let's do it for second entry. F6. Now, let's see what is there in entry. Michael equal to 105. See here, Michael and marks equal to 105. Okay, and now understand whether it works or not for Michael. Alt Shift left key, Control Shift I, and here is the exception coming. So we need to debug inside. Let's go, okay, and go by F5. So we are here. So we have result equal to demo functions dot get division. Again select it, Alt Shift left key, and let's see whether this function is working fine or not. Control Shift I. So this is working fine, absolutely. More than 100% it is returning some value. Now let's run it F6. Let's go inside. First let's understand that this is working or not. Alt Shift left key, Control Shift I. See here is the actual place where the exception is coming. Go inside F5, and what is the result? More than 100%. This is a simple switch case, you can see, and in this switch case result is the input, and for that more than 100% the issue is coming because the code is not written for that. Now let's fix it by just uncommenting it, and just now wait, now understands the new concept first. So this get conclusion is being called inside draw conclusion. This draw conclusion is being called inside print conclusion, and this print conclusion is being called a main function. So function under function under function, like that the pattern is. So stack trace is formed in a way last in first out order. Okay, so the function which has come in last will be first completed, and function which has come in very first, okay, it will be completed in last. So let's see that. See, we have already fixed this code, okay, by uncommenting it. Now let's run it. See, this is completed, and you see this get conclusion function is removed from this stack trace. Okay, now we are here. Okay, and we have fixed one piece of code, and just F6 and return the conclusion. And in conclusion you can see Michael invalid. In Michael invalid percentage enter between 0 to 100. Now see, the problem is now in data. We have to fix the data now. So here in test class we can go, and for Michael we can put somewhere around 97. Okay, you can put anything, it is just the test data, and you can do the save. Okay, here you see one more thing. I have saved this parent class. Okay, I have saved the parent class. So after saving it, this parent class has become obsolete. Okay, and this child, child function class is not obsolete, but this parent one is obsolete. So it will create a problem in execution further. So let's stop this execution. We should avoid doing that. This is the mistake which we should not do. We should not save parent class. Okay, we should always save the child class. Okay, now let's rerun it, relaunch. I'm doing. See, for this already it is one for this entry. Let's see F6 for this entry. Everything was coming fine. So let me press F8 to continue execution, and after execution is completed here. Now, now let's run it for second. We have fixed the code. So now I am pressing again F8. So Michael has got above 60 and 65%. Okay, now we are third entry F6. Okay, and entry, what is there? Let's hover it. Disha equal to null. Now let's evaluate get key. Control, sorry, Alt Shift left key. Control Shift I. Disha is coming. Let's execute fine. Get entry dot get value. Control Shift I. See, null is coming. This is one problem in the code. Sorry, data. So it will also not execute fine. So this is the null, right? Null is not right data. Okay. So what we have to do, we have to change the code. We have to change the data here as well. For example, let me put 45. Okay. But since I have understood get value is the it is returning me null value. Okay. You can see. Okay. F6 I'll do and see this is the function whenever the null whenever we put the null value, right? So inside any function, if null value is passed, so it presents null pointer exception. So see, this is null, so it is throwing null pointer exception. We have fixed the test data here. Okay, now our execution is again terminated. Control, we have to do save. Now rerun it, relaunch again. We have to pass F8. For first entry everything was working, for second entry, and for now third entry we was analyzing the code. F5 we have to go, F6 F6 F6. See, in Disha 945 is coming. Let me check whether this draw conclusion is returning some conclusion or not. Yes, it is returning, so it means this is also working fine. F6, let me print this. Now F6. Now let's see what is the next entry. John is equal to 77. It should return fine. F6. F6. Name and marks. John equal to 7. And let's see draw conclusion is working or not. F6. See, draw conclusion is working fine. Above 65%, right? Right. So it is fine. F6. And now entry is again Pratik equal to 33. Okay. F6. F6. Name and marks Pratik 33. Now let's see this is working fine or not. Alt Shift left key, Control Shift I. Oh, here it is failing again. Let me go inside F5. Here result is there. So get division is returning some value or not. It is returning fail. It is working fine. F6. And here in get conclusion there control 6. This is the error here. Let's go inside F5. See, there is a problem here. Okay, control, we have to fix it. See, I want to introduce one more concept here. You are in get conclusion and we have fixed the code and we have saved it since. That is why we are at 30th line. Okay, suppose we want to execute the code from here. Draw conclusion is there. Okay, we can drop, you can see we have option to drop frame here, drop to frame here. Okay, we have also option to drop to frame here. Okay, we can do drop to frame. What if we do drop to frame here? Let's see drop to frame here. See, we, so now control will be in draw conclusion here. If suppose we do drop to frame here, print conclusion. Okay, so control will be in print conclusion. So you see the print conclusion. F6 if you do, Ankit, again it will start. Okay, so let me do F8 again. Printing is happening again. For Michael it is printing. Okay, again for Disha also it is printing. For F5 let's do F6. See, in the F6 entry is John equal to 77. We have fixed the code for that also. Let's do F8. For John also it is working fine. Now F6 we do entries for Pratik. Pratik also we have fixed the code. Now do F6, F6 and F6. See, in conclusion there is no, absolutely it is working fine. 35%. And see, map is completed. Okay, everything is working fine here. Okay, and we can complete the execution by pressing F8. Okay, everything is now completed. All right, we have fixed the code. Now let's rerun the code. Okay, relaunch, press F8 because we are sure like this will work. Now pressing F8. Now pressing F8 because we are sure. We are pressing F8. Okay, see, everything is now fixed. Thank you. If you like the video, please subscribe and view more videos in our channel.